What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, we have some very, very alarming news when it comes to this highly anticipated undisputed lightweight showdown between undisputed lightweight world champion superstar boxer Devin the Dream Haney, who has 29 wins, no losses, no draw, 15 wins by way of knockout, 24 years of age, 5'9" with a 72-inch arm reach, as he's going to take on two-time Olympic gold medalist, three-division world champion, former unified lightweight world champion, Ukrainian superstar boxer Vasily Lomachenko, who is 17 wins, 2 losses, no draw, 11 wins by way of knockout, 35 years of age, 5'6" with a 66-inch arm reach. With that said, Devin Haney, Lomachenko going to face off this Saturday, May 20th, Las Vegas, Nevada, MGM Grand Garden Arena. But the reports are now that Devin Haney and Lomachenko are going to have these two judges, Dave Moretti and Steve Weisfeld, as two of the judges that's going to represent this fight. They're going to judge this fight. Why is this important? Because they were two of the judges for April 22nd, Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena, mega showdown between undefeated three-division world champion, who is now 29 wins, no losses, no draw, 27 big wins by way of knockout. He is 28 years of age. That is Gervonta Tank Davis, superstar boxer, who took on lightweight, junior welterweight, Mexican superstar boxer, title contender, King Ryan Garcia, who is now 23 wins, 1 loss, no draws, no draws, and 19 wins by way of knockout, 5'10" with a 70-inch arm reach at 24 years of age. But the first knockdown, as you saw in this fight, took place in the second round. But somehow, Steve Weisfeld and Dave Moretti didn't score the knockdown that was clearly a knockdown. They didn't score it. One scored it 10-10 round, the other scored it a 10-9 round, and the other one scored it a 10-9 round. So they did not count the knockdown at all, as if Gervonta Tank Davis clearly didn't brutally knock down Ryan Garcia in the second round. It was clear that they had an agenda. And now it looks like they're going to be the referees for this fight. That's a massive fight that, let's be real, everybody wants to see Lomachenko become the undisputed pound-for-pound king, because he's on the pound-for-pound list with 2 losses ahead of this man, Devin Haney, who is the undisputed world champion. Lomachenko's on the pound-for-pound list. So many people, it's safe to say that many people, the powers that be, want to see Vasily Lomachenko be victorious. The Ring magazine have him top 10 pound-for-pound, and they don't have Devin Haney top 10 pound-for-pound, and he holds the Ring magazine title. Devin Haney is a technician, and he's not known for his power. And so if this fight goes the distance, and this fight is anywhere close, we know who the victory is going to go to, because Steve Weisfeld and Dave Moretti, they make up their mind as to who's going to win the fight before the fight even starts. So it's safe to say that if this fight is remotely close, we know what direction they're going to lean in, just like they did with Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. There's no way Gervonta Tank Davis could absolutely blast Ryan Garcia, drop him with a beautiful left hook, and none of the judges count it. They don't acknowledge it and act like Ryan Garcia was so dominant in the round that the knockdown didn't even count. One scored the round a draw. The other scored the rounds 10-9 in favor of Tank, like it didn't even happen. So if Devin Haney don't get a knockdown and a knockout, it's safe to say Dave Moretti and Steve Weisfeld, they're going to lean towards Vasily Lomachenko. We had some egregious scoring just last week with Rolando Rolly Romero taking on Ishmael Barrasso. We saw the scoring, well, not the scoring, but we saw a terrible stoppage by well-renowned Hall of Fame referee Tony Weeks, who decided that the first sign of adversity, Ishmael Barrasso, who was clearly chosen as the D side, he wasn't even a B side, he was the D side, was winning the fight and shocking the world, that they wanted Rolly Romero to win the fight. Well, guess what? He drops Rolly in the third round. He's outboxing Rolly Romero. This is shocking. They list him at 40 years of age, but apparently he even has a son that's 30, so I don't know how he's 40 years of age. But he's winning the fight. So in the 8th round, Rolly drops him. That wasn't even an official knockdown, but Tony Weeks decided that it is, and they didn't decide to review it. And then in the 9th round, Rolly lands one big hit, clean punch, and they decide that this fight should be called to a halt. Tony Weeks jumps in and says that he's taking too much punishment. Although the rest of the punches that Rolly was throwing, he was slipping, bobbing, and weaving and countering. He clearly was, his wits was still there. He still was very alert, and he still was active. But Tony Weeks decided that he saw enough. Isn't that amazing? So this just took place where? Here in Las Vegas. And so now you have a fighter like Vasyl High-Tech Lomachenko, who clearly the powers that be want to see him get his opportunity to be undisputed. He got an opportunity to fight for a world title his first 3 fights as a professional. When he was 1-1, he still got the chance to fight for the vacant WBC title. He fought for a title eliminator his first fight as a professional. Then he fought for a world title his second fight against Orlando Salido, and he lost. Then his third fight, coming off of a loss, he got another opportunity to fight for a title against Mr. Gary Russell Jr., which he got knocked down in that fight. It didn't get called a knockdown, didn't get ruled a knockdown, and he won him a split decision victory over Gary Russell Jr. Now, had that knockdown counted, Gary Russell Jr. would have won the fight. But they didn't call it a knockdown. They didn't rule it a knockdown. So he beats Mr. Gary Russell Jr. Then he goes on like a 4-fight winning streak where he gets all of these stoppage victories where his opponents just seen enough and had enough, and they decide, well, they can't continue. And so they decide that, you know, they're going to retire on their stool in the corner, and he becomes Lomachenko. And everybody says, well, we want to see Lomachenko become undisputed. So he was well on his way until he ran into, after the loss to Salido, he didn't avenge it. Then he ran into Teofimo Lopez, former unified lightweight world champion superstar boxer, who is now the junior welterweight title contender going into a big fight June 10th against the undisputed British superstar, undefeated junior welterweight world champion, and Josh Taylor, June 10th, Madison Square Garden, New York, New York. But before that, Teofimo Lopez was 15 wins, no loss and no draw, right? 13 wins by way of knockout. Teofimo Lopez was 23 years of age and one title fight where he fought Richard Coleman and knocked Richard Coleman out for the IBF title. He was considered green. Everybody just knew that Vasyl Lomachenko was going to beat Teofimo Lopez, and he did anything but beat him. Teofimo Lopez dominated the first 7 rounds of the fight. Lomachenko didn't throw double-digit punches till the 8th round. Now, he clearly won the 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th round as Teofimo Lopez decided that he wanted to fight in a shoulder roll, changed his style from the first 7 rounds where he was aggressive, and Lomachenko came on strong. Looked like he was even going to stop Teofimo Lopez in the 10th round. But then in that 12th round, Teofimo Lopez made the adjustment, went back to what he did in the first half of the fight, put tons of pressure on Lomachenko, looked like he was going to stop Lomachenko. And he won the fight, and he shocked the world. That was Lomachenko's opportunity to become undisputed. As you remember, he was then labeled the franchise champion, so he didn't have to fight his mandatory in Devin Haney. So they was looking for him to become undisputed at that point in time, but he failed. Then he goes on from there, and he beats Nakatani, and he beats Richard Coleman, and then once again, he's top 10 pound for pound. That garners him to be in the top 10 pound for pound. Then he struggles against Jermaine Ortiz in his last fight before this Devin Haney fight, and they still give him a unanimous decision victory where he clearly struggled, and some people even thought that Jermaine Ortiz should have gotten a nod and should have been awarded the champion. I mean, should have been awarded the victor. But we know they wanted to give him an opportunity to fight Devin Haney, who was ringside. And Devin Haney gets in the ring, and the first thing Lomachenko says, he's a heavyweight. Look how big he is. He's not a lightweight. So we understand what direction they want this to go in. So how is Dave Moretti and Steve Weisfeld the judges for this fight? You can answer that question. But let me know what y'all think. Drop a comment in the comment section. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Hi, my name is Heather Vahid Hardy, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.